Good morning and welcome to the Weekly Blend. This is Heidi Ellsworth.
And I'm Karen Edwards.
And we're with Roofers Coffee Shop and Metal Coffee Shop and Ask a Roofer. But we're here to talk about what's happening.
Lots of stuff going on, Heidi, I tell you. But one of the most exciting that we're super excited about anyway is the release of our 2022 Trends Report. We had a coffee conversations last week, and you can watch this on demand on Roofers Coffee Shop.
Sherry Miles, Tim Brown, Joe Hoffman. I mean, amazing contractors, such great insight. And then, I just got to do a shout out to Lauren and Natalie for just putting together, running the survey, putting out the report. It just has such great data right under news, trends report, easy to find. And you can also get all 4 years. So you can kind of see how things have been shifting. Karen, I think my most favorite part was when it says, how do you get your news? And roofing websites was the number one.
Yes. We share lots of industry news and we send out a weekly e-newsletter. So if you don't have time to visit the site, you can very quickly get a glimpse of what's going on in the industry.
Yeah. So it was really great. So kudos to everyone. And big thank you to Beacon who sponsored it. Beacon cares about the customer voice. They care about what the contractors think. Really a huge thank you to them. We have an RLW this week with Sashco on chimney maintenance.
Yeah, it's one area that, you might not think much about, but it really makes a difference, especially if you're putting on a brand new roof. You want that chimney to not bring the appearance down, right?
Exactly. And it's one of the top leaks. So it's really important to keep it maintained, especially if you're not using it a whole lot. Now we use ours every day, but there's as you're looking across the country, there's a lot of chimneys out there on fireplaces or wood stoves that maybe don't get used that much. And Wendy talks all about it. So it's going to be sure to catch that on demand. Really good. And also be sure to register next week for our coffee conversations on mental health. Mandy McIntyre is leading that discussion with her new company, Level Up Consultants, all about mental health and how to bring that into your safety program.
It is. And she's got 2 contractors that have been through her training and have really started having those conversations in their companies. So it's going to be really helpful if you're like, I know I should talk about it. I just don't know how. I don't know how to get started. It's going to provide all that information for you.
Yeah, and it's so important. It's so important. Suicide rates in construction are some of the highest. And so this is a topic that we can't ignore. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation next week. So be sure to register, get that in there. Karen, we're going to be doing a little traveling again.
We are. I know. I'm looking forward to it. We, as part of the roofing technology think tank, RT3, we're having a live meetup in Chicago at Jabba's headquarters. And we're going to be talking about standardization.
We've got some great speakers. McKay Daniels is going to be there from NRCA, Megan Jenkins with Gibraltar, John Kenny with Cottney Consulting. And then of course the experts at Jabba who really have been leading this conversation about standardization of terms, really bringing that professionalism of the roofing industry by kind of referring to everything the same, right? Bid, proposal, estimate, what do you call it? It's going to be, and I just love the RT3 because really technology is going to be the vehicle for the standardization, because if it's in your computer, that's what you use. And so, Karen, kudos to you and the team at RT3 for putting this meeting together. If anybody out there is interested in getting involved in the community of RT3, it is phenomenal. You learn so much about technology and how it can help your business. So you can find all that on Roofers Coffee Shop in the RT3 directory.
Yes, you can. Yeah. And then Heidi, the next day, we're going to take a little field trip to the Oracle Construction Innovation Lab. We're checking it out because we're going to do a meetup there in May. So
I know I'm so excited about that one. They have, a couple acres that is just for software development for on-site construction. So safety equipment overall. It's a lab. So, it's going to be so cool. I can't wait.
Yes. And then A lot of our members are staying in Chicago because it's the NRCA's Fall Meetings.
Roofers Coffee Shop is a One Voice member. We're very, very proud of that. And as a One Voice, we sit in on the committee meetings. James Ellsworth and myself will be there. We are on the CTE committees, the roofing day, legislation committees, and membership. And so we're also going to be there for the Alliance meetings. And I just tell you, it's going to be a great week. The Alliance, in fact, is doing a fundraiser for the Melvin Kruger Scholarship Fund on Thursday night. And people can do it either virtually or in person.
Yeah. So even if you're not at the meetings, you can still donate.
Yes,
There'll be an announcement coming out this week about that.
So important for our future, for our, that they bring in construction management, vocational. They are really putting money towards scholarships for kids to stay in roofing. So it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the NRCA meetings. I do want to say there's a couple things online that I want everybody to be aware of. And yesterday, I had the honor of presenting a State of the Roofing Industry webinar with Melissa Dunson from TAMCO. And it was really interesting, Karen. There's so much talk about economic downturn and recession, and it's just kind of scary, but it's really not when you start looking at the data. GDP is up. We're seeing unemployment rates stabilizing, and there's a lot of huge amounts of home equity. So if you're interested in kind of seeing some of this economic and also just trending for the industry, that's going to be available on demand, also under RCS webinars. So we just did our research and we found some really interesting stuff that I think you all might like too. We have our friend Bill Bailey from CI Services put up an ad looking for roofing crews down in Southern California, Anaheim. So if you're looking to get to the warm weather out of the north, head south. There's jobs, and you're going to see them all on the classifieds. There's so many. We also have Labor Central is in our premier section, and their app is helping crews find contractors and contractors find crews. It's an amazing technology. So be sure you can find all that in the classifieds. Check it out.
We want to give a shout out to the schools that are participating in the student competition this year, and we want to encourage everyone to attend at the International Roofing Expo. So the schools that are participating are Bradley University, Cal Poly, Clemson, Colorado State, Texas A&M, and the University of Florida. Some great kids that work really hard. They put together their proposal, their bid package, and then they present at the International Roofing Expo as if they were presenting to the general contractor about how the project's going to go, and then what their cost is, and they just do such a great job. We really want everyone to try to attend.
Favorite part, I love it. We love the student competition. It's Tim's all favorite thing about the IRE overall, and speaking of IRE, the registration's opening. If it's not open now, it's opening like within the next week or so. So when you are registering for IRE, just click the student competition so it goes on your calendar, and you can, even in between classes, you can go in and check it out. It's all in the same space. It is just so phenomenal. So yeah, Karen, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. There will be 5 teams that get to present. So those winning 5 finalists, I guess we'll call them, will be announced in January.
Yeah. So stay tuned, because every single day, this editorial team and all of the folks at Roofers Coffee Shop is trying to bring you all this information through all of our sites, Metal Coffee Shop, Ask a Roofer, and Roofers Coffee Shop. So we're going to keep it coming your way. Thank you so much. And everyone, have a great week from the Weekly Blend.
Bye.